Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. This issue that is on ground is good for all obedience and lovers of Peter Obi movement to gather here and let's resolve it very, very well. And I'll love you at the end of this video to please give us your position in respect to this candid advice that Shehu Sani, a former lawmaker, issued out to Peter Obi. He advises Peter Obi. We all know who Shehu Sani is. He's a former lawmaker and a social critic, and he advises Peter Obi, the Labour Party candidate in the just concluded presidential election, to stop apologizing for the actions of his supporters. He warned that Obi might kill what he described as the libido of the movement, that if he continues to denounce or apologizes on their behalf. And his statement is contained in his Twitter handle, which I'm going to read out to you right now. And I want you to listen to what my colleague will also say. But first of all, let me read the exact word of Shehu Sani. He said, Asiwaju, Atiku, and Buhari never denounce or apologize for whatever their supporters say or do. Peter keeps apologizing and disassociating. If you keep moving on this apologetic path, you will kill the libido of your movement. You spark a fire, embrace the inferno with courage. Now, this is traceable to what happened some few days ago, where Peter Obi had to make some statement, which sound apologetic to we first of all we saw it with Professor Wole Soyinka and then Peter Pastor Adeboye. There was something Pastor Adeboye said which most people like, are you sure this man is a man of God and all of that? There was a lot of castigation there. But right now, they're advising him that please stay off that path. For me, I believe that Peter Obi did not really openly apologize because what he said there was that the use, according to his Twitter page, what I saw there on his Twitter page, Peter Obi said that the use of subterfuge by people masquerading as obedient to abuse and insult eminent personalities like most referred Pastor Adeboye or anyone else is most unacceptable. Obedience are by and large law-abiding citizens. That was what he said. So it wasn't really an apology per se. But looking at the issue on ground, I feel that Atiku has his personality. Tinubu also have his personality. This is just the personality of Peter Obi, and I feel that is kind of a cover up for the hard man inside, because I can assure you being a billionaire is not a day's job, and being a billionaire, you must have trampled on some people, you must have taken some very tough decision which would throw a lot of people off balance, would destroy some relationship and all of that. That's my personal opinion about these billionaires, because that particular space, very few people are there, you understand? So I don't think Peter Obi is that foolish, to pick up a character that will make him not an active leader and all of that. But then let's just look at what Nigerians have to say before my colleague now tips in what she has to say. Someone here says, some of you still don't get it. Obedient movement is here to stay forever. Nothing stopping us. Our daddy can apologize from now till whenever. We will never leave him nor forsake him. We all do understand his apologies. We are smart people that read in between the line. That's what somebody wrote, which a lot of people are kind of liking what he wrote. That they are very happy he wrote that. They want to say, I agree. I tire for the apology. That's what another person is saying. He said, I tire for the apology. Someone here is telling Shay, we say, Oga, go and rest. We do not really need your input here. So many other reactions. But then, let me allow my colleague to say something about this. This issue of you go here, you apologize, you go here, you apologize. For me, I feel that not everybody will like you. Not everybody will even like your team. So at some point, you should be more focused on the goal ahead of you and pursue it with everything that you've got. than allowing those side distraction. Those things are meant to be handled by your spokesperson and all of that. It's my personal view. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, to a great extent, you said a lot, but I'm looking at it from another angle. Nigeria is so divided. Yes, that's actually the role of the media. I'm surprised that his media assistant or media aide is not doing that. Should have risen up and said something about Peter Obi or about Obidients concern so that it shouldn't be directed always at Peter Obi. But then again, there's an impression Peter Obi is trying to create. Don't forget that every little thing the southeastern leaders will keep shouting, we have not built enough bridges. We need to build bridge. Some will say you need to build bridge from southeast to north and from southeast to west Abi. So maybe he's trying to tell them that look, I am a unifier, not just by the words. One. Two, don't forget that during the build up of the campaign, he personally visited some of these churches, some of these GOs. And if for any reason such statements are being credited to those the movements that he's championing or those who are championing for his presidency, and he keeps mute, they will say, look at the person that have not yet entered, and some of his movements are saying this, and he can't even either refute, debunk, or apologize. So if you listen to what he wrote literally, he didn't really say he's sorry per se. He only brought the attention, making people realize that the Obedients are far too intelligent and compatible, as in comported people, to stoop so low that he's so sure that maybe some persons are there, but he for one will not condone that. He doesn't do that and he doesn't support it. Okay, I think it's fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, it's fair enough. There again, we have also seen him go to Professor Wole Soyinka
Okay.
and apologize, of which Sowore took advantage of it and made a serious big deal over it. There was really nothing wrong with him going to say, okay, elder statesman, because that is, if you ask me, that's the practical unifier.
Okay.
Right now, Nigeria is so divided that we need someone who we don't see as from southeast or from north or from west, but as a Nigerian. And if you watch, he apologizes to anybody or anybody he feels is hot. Come to my team. Come. Yes, he cannot. That's the beauty of the unifier, the love thing. Love conquers all wound. He solves all things. Sometimes in the process of even solving it, you are hot. That role he's playing, not everybody can play it.
Okay.
It's a unique role, and I can assure you, it takes somebody who have thick skin to be able to do it. Where they throw all manner at you, you still don't care, you still want to. Some will call him pretender because he's so unique that it's not common. So it's possible you look at him and call him a hypocrite or a pretender. But if you check over time, over his political career, he has been consistent with it, which means he has been able to train his mind towards that.
Okay.
Emotional control. I'll give it to him. It's a difficult one. They will always come against him. But I would just say sometimes let it not be him. You should just have a media person that will speak for him so that he doesn't belittle the status that the people have put him on.
Oh wow, that's a good one, because I want to make reference to the issue of him going to Professor Wole Soyinka and what this guy had to say about it and all of that. But then, just as you have rightly stated, I feel that everything should be streamlined such that there should be people that he needs to speak to who will communicate, especially at a sensitive time like this. People he needs to keep, maybe the media people who will be the ones to respond to all those things. You understand? Or sometimes all of them should be handled at one time. Just put up a post and let the people understand that you want to make a clarification here, that not all you hear on the social media or you hear people say, not all those people are a part of the Obidients. So sometimes you may be an elder statesman, you are being dissed and all of that. It's not my people, because I am trying to show them who I want them to be by my character, and they are following it. And I feel that's the right way. But for every little thing you come out and you talk about it, personally, I have a serious question mark over that. Do you understand?
That's sorry to interrupt you. With this also, I feel that the Agbadorians, that's those who have been following back, knowing that that's probably a loophole, they can keep, changing their
You understand?
profiles,
Yeah,
appearing
pretending
as if they're obedient
obedient
to
and they keep
keep,
on,
but like you rightly say, he needs sometimes he ignores. Use your
yes,
media
people
presence
to
to,
handle it.
that's
Let them
because
understand
when
that they should be
there's
doing all of that.
hierarchy, you
Yeah,
shouldn't be doing the role of
a
a criminal
media, you
and doing the
understand?
role of the CEO.
It's not
Delegate
interesting.
authorities.
Say, be obedient person. We on the gutter of so professor. You say no. Let me come and clean it. It's uncalled for.